I'm here with a triangle of the Ladtastic, and we're here to talk about all of those things that Jammer just mentioned. Um, we're going to jump right into it. We've got all these great things to talk about. Let's do our non-spoiler Mastodon reviews of
Mastodon.
Mastodon. We're fuck Twitter. Fuck Twitter.
Are you on? Are you on Mastodon?
We're done. We're done.
Are you using?
I'm on it
Mastodon?
now. I'm on it
Are
right
you
now.
using it? Are you using it?
I'm on Mastodon's dick.
Okay.
Do it.
Okay.
Jammer, let's hear it.
I've
give me
never
your
felt
Mastodon
dumber
review.
than trying to get onto Mastodon and then it's saying, "What server do you want to be on?" I was like, "No, this is not
We're
happening."
done. We're done.
Is it?
And then
is it,
I
is
tried
this,
to research into it, and then it was just like, "No, this is
is
not
this
it."
ICQ like modern ICQ or something like
I
that?
don't know
it's
what
kind of
what
like
the hell is ICQ.
it's like Discord, right? So you can have an account and all this other
okay,
stuff, but you're
okay.
like in individual servers as opposed to like what is some giant stream of folks talking.
Be quiet,
Yeah.
Zillennial over there. We're not talking to you. We're talking grown up stuff here.
So, my Mastodon review of Little Mermaid. I think this might be the best live action adaptation of their animated properties to date? Question mark. I'll leave it there. I'll leave it there.
I'm excited
I'm
over
gonna
here.
go home now.
I was ready. Yeah, you're gonna get fucked on this. I was ready to fight you guys on this, and I was like, I know what Danny thinks. I don't know what Jammer thinks, but I'm ready to fucking fight. But let's hear it, Danny. You go ahead. You throw your shit in the ring, and let's see what you think of this film. Let's hear it.
All right, I'm going to stay on Twitter then. This is another movie from Disney that the quote, "just because you can doesn't mean you should," fits perfectly well. I was bored, and the finale, the final act, looked and felt like it was written by a 5-year-old with a 10-minute timescale.
What are you?
It's
Disappointing
verbatim
about?
from the cartoon.
What are you talking about? Sorry, we're
All right, I'm gonna
interrupting your
take my.
Twitter
I
stream.
gotta.
Keep tweeting.
You're gonna subtweet.
Oh, that's
Are you
my
done?
tweet. All
right, that's your tweet. All
I
right.
need mildly better letter score than Fast
So
X.
Hashtag
I'm going to put on my Twitter blue hat for this. I'm gonna start with a story. Can
Are
I
you
do
gonna start
that? Can I
paying
with a story?
$8 a month for it?
I'm gonna pay $8 for this tweet. Can I tell the story first?
Yes.
I just want to tell you guys a story so you can understand the prism through which I see this movie. So my parents got divorced when I was 2 years old, and when I would see my dad every other weekend. But whatever the movie was that week, the big movie, we would go see it. And so I would see it with my dad or I would see it with my mom. And so that's how movies became my happy place, right? So that's where I could go with my popcorn and my Twizzlers and my soda and just feel feelings. Because generally speaking, I'm not a person that cries, right? Like I just don't. But going to the movies allows me to just have all my walls down and feel whatever it is I'm feeling. So when it comes to movies, when they can get the father-son, father-daughter, or mother-son, mother-daughter motivations correct, you've got me for a lot of the film. And I'll give you a lot of leeway for what I'm seeing. And so, like Creed, I thought was a fantastic example of that. And so when I say, like, for me, this is an A to an A+ movie, that's what I'm seeing this through. I will say this, I think James Cameron fucked every person that came behind them when it comes to anything that has to do with water. So unless you're like bringing something extra to it, just stay the fuck out of the water, because James got you. Like, and this film does not look great when it comes to the CGI and the water stuff and all this other stuff, but from the emotional element, the characterizations they did, the music, all of that stuff, I was in. And unless Disney is going to strive to bring this level of emotion and character change to their live action films, just don't bother. And so I'm on Jammer's page when I say, like, this is, for me, this is easily the best. Like, I had to go back through the list and look, and to me, this is probably the best one. I can get into why and the spoilers, but for me, like, this is it. Let me get your letter grades.
Okay, letter grades and then spoilers.
Let me get your letter grades, and then we'll jump into spoilers. So
I give it an
Jammer,
A.
Danny.
C-.
Oh,
Man,
you
you're
gave
drinking
Fast
Drano.
and Furious an E. Don't act like that's just a small jump up from Fast and Furious.
Well, it is. Well, Fast and Furious is absolute horseshit. This was an average film that was average in all ways, including special effects, and that's why it's got an average grade. I was bored through most of it, and I know we're going to talk about this, but the fact you said it was verbatim for the cartoon, I'm like, exactly. That's what I'm saying. What's the point?
No,
then?
no,
If you're
no.
not
The
gonna do
ending,
anything-
just that ending, just the ending. And
Oh,
I was addressing
I thought
the
you meant
fact
the
that
whole
you. Yeah, no. So let me, because you said that you mentioned specifically the last act, and I jumped in and said the ending.
Yeah.
So
Sorry, I thought you meant the whole thing was like.
yeah, no, not the whole, because it's not. It's absolutely
when
not.
it came out. That's it.
And so let me, before we jump into it.
No, I
so
also
for
want
the
to, before we
folks
jump
who-
into it, I have one more thing after. Go ahead.
Yeah. So before we get into the spoilers, so just to be, this film has a 68% from the critics and a 95% from the audience. Which I think is pretty good. I would need to compare that to the other ones, but Jammer, go ahead. What do you got?
No, yeah, that was it. I wasn't sure you saw that or not. Just making sure that we're
Okay.
incorporating the Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah, let's do it. So